Hello there, second graders. This is Mr. Regan with your math lesson today. Your learning objective is I can create a model to represent each digit in a three-digit number using hundreds, tens, and ones. This is going to be a new unit that we're going to be starting, and we're going to be learning more about place value and using bigger numbers, larger numbers. Some of our vocabulary: the base 10 model, that's thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. Place value means what is the value, how much is each number worth in that place. So in the hundreds place, how much is that 3 worth? In the tens place, how much is the 9 worth? And the 3 in the ones place, that should look like 3 ones, what that would look like. Base 10, we have units, we have long or rods, you might call them, flats and cubes. And then we have our number line. We're going to be looking a little bit more at the number line, which is a diagram that represents numbers as points on a line. Here we're going to be using your math notebook. Remember to use your math notebook here. And I'm going to pause the video, and you can go ahead and start on number 1, 2, and 3. In number 1, it says solve to show your thinking 13 plus 9. How would I show that? How would I show that in my notebook? Okay. And then number 2 says finish the skip counting pattern. If I have 45, something, then I have 65 and 75. So if I notice that the pattern looks like it's counting by fives. So my next number would be 5 more than 45, and then 5 more than that. So counting up by fives. B is 95, and then I have an 85 and a 75. It looks like, here it's counting down by fives. So I want to find the next number that would go down by fives. And then we have a short word problem. There are 25 kids playing on the playground, 7 kids left to go back to class. How many kids are still at the playground? Remember, then we wanted to think about, is it an addition sentence or is it a subtraction sentence? Thinking about if 7 kids left to go back to class, would that be adding or would it be subtracting? So use your thinking, make a model, make a picture, and go ahead and start working on those 3 problems. And then you can pause the video and continue when you're ready. We're going to do a little bit of warm-up together. And so as we look at counting to bigger numbers, we can count by 10. So if we counted together, ready? 1, 2, 3, great job. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Yes. And so I could trade my 10 tens for a 100 flat, right? So those could be interchangeably, and that's going to be really important in our next couple lessons here. Here I have flats of 100 to make 1,000 cubes. So let's count by hundreds. We have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, and 1,000. So that would be my 1,000 cube that I could trade back and forth. And we're going to practice more of that. There we go. To do a little extra practice, we have some numbers that we want to put them on the number line. What might we notice about these numbers? It has 14, 36, 63, 105, 55, and 20. What do we know about these numbers? What number might come first? What number is the biggest, the largest number? Thinking about those numbers, and then what number would come next? So if you're looking at the number of tens, you could count the number of tens, and that would help you to know which number comes next. And then we know that 105, that seems like it's the biggest number. So that's going to go at the far end. Okay. Remember to pause the video, and you can try in your math notebook. Go ahead and add your number line. You might want to just start with a straight line like this. Okay. And then you can write in 14. And because we know that number is probably going to come first, right? And then we have 105 because that number is the largest number, okay? And then you can go ahead and work on the rest of those, okay? Continue when you're ready. All right, see you in a little bit. Bye-bye. Hey, you're back. Excellent. Let's see which number comes next. And we had 20, yes, because that would be the number with 2 10s. That would be the next number that comes up. And we have 36. If you wrote down 36, great job. Then we had 55 because there's 5 10s and 5 1s, right? More than 36. And then the next number that we would have that would come up would be 63 because that has 6 10s and 3 1s. Okay? And that should be all of our numbers. Okay? Great practice. Good job. Here's some examples of larger numbers. And this is a fun activity that we can be doing as you're around in your community and you're even around in your house. You might find some examples of larger numbers, right? And I found this on a road sign. And back when we lived in Russia, this was 459 was on this train that we were going to visit this train yard with my son, and we found these large numbers. So share these with your teacher, share them with your class as you find examples of bigger numbers. Here's some activity that we're going to be doing on your iPad. And using your base 10 blocks, using this math app. The math app here is called Number Pieces. And it looks like that, kind of this square piece. Number Pieces is this one, right? And so we use our base 10 blocks. And so here we're going to make a couple of numbers together. And this has 132, and I've already modeled it for you. So I had 100 flat, and I had 3 10s, and I had then 2 1s. And then I used the texting tool to write in the number there for you. Okay, and so I'm just going to go to here, and I'm going to show you the app, which is here. And so our number was, 458. So how might we show 458? That's right. Oh, and also on this app, you can see here that I can change the color of the rods and the flats and the ones. So I like to kind of make them a little bit different. So remember we had 458, so we're going to have 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're pretty big pieces there. And now we're going to show 50. So I have 1. There's 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. And then I'm going to show 8. So now we'll do 1, we'll do 2, 3. And remember, we're going to try to subitize them so that we want to make sure that right away I know that I have my 5. And then I have here is 6 and 7 and 8. And then also with my texting tool, I can use the T, and I'm going to write 4, 5, 8. And then I can make it larger if I want to. And I can even change these colors. Look how pretty that is. And let's say I'm going to just do a blue. Okay, so then that's all done, and I can move it over wherever I want. There. Okay, so there's my 458. So this is a really good way for you to practice and count and show your numbers of hundreds, numbers of tens, and numbers of ones. All right, I'm going to go back to presenting here. So next, for your activity with this lesson, you're going to watch the place value lesson on Brain Pop. Okay, enjoy that for your second activity today. For your third activity, then we have this game for you to play, this fun basketball game on Top Marks is what it's from. So you can choose the basketball, the value of the basketball that matches with the number. So this number has 3 10s and it has 6 1s. So the number would be, yes, it would be 36. So you'd click on the 36 basketball and it would make it into the hoop. If you clicked a different number that didn't match the picture, the basketball would miss the hoop. So you want to try to match the number on the basketball that matches with the model. Okay. Your next activity is looking more at the vocabulary words that we are going to be learning more about. And you will highlight the words that you can explain their meaning. So you know what that word is, you know what it means, you can tell a friend, you can tell your teacher, you can talk to your parents about that word so you know it. So you'll highlight that whole word. And it's the same as what we did with the first unit. We've looked at this vocabulary sheet. Circle the words that you have heard before, but can't really explain it. I know I've heard it before, but I didn't really remember what that word might mean. So then you'll put a circle around it. And then you can underline the words that you don't know. So I haven't heard of it before. I don't know what it means. I have no idea what that word is. That's the one that we want to learn, and we want to underline those. Okay, so we will be learning all of these words in this next math unit of place, value, and counting. Okay, and so on Seesaw, you'll complete this where you'll count the number of blocks and then you'll write in the number on the line. And then you can record your voice explaining what number went on the line. Your final activity for today is you'll just model, you'll draw, create what number is shown here. So 347, that's how many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. And then here the next number is 692. How many hundreds, how many tens, and how many ones. All right, boys and girls, have a wonderful day. Great job. Bye-bye.